installing a wideband and vacuum gauge for tuning the carburetor. Take y'all along and show you the steps that I use to cut out the holes for the gauges, what size of drill I use, and we'll also be installing the O2 sensor in the exhaust. So it should be a good day. It's a little cold today, about 32 degrees, but the sun's out. Should be able to get some work done. Let's get things going. Hey, we're back here in the truck now. I'm gonna pull this dash out. These aren't too bad to pull out. Yeah, 6 or 7 screws, and then you gotta take out. If I remember right, you got these 2, 3, 4, 5 across the top, 1 here over the radio, and I believe, no, that's the older model. Just gotta kind of pull it, be easy with it. You don't want to break these because these are hard to find. Especially ones that are this nice of shape. But they do pop out. They're not the easiest. They do pop out. Yeah. And that's all there is to it. Right. You just have these, most of these clips on the back. Clips on the back of it that snap in there. They're usually in there pretty good. But we got nothing behind here. Nothing behind the dash there, so you don't have to worry about moving anything or worry about hitting anything, because we got wide open space there. Okay, so we're here back at the bench, and I always like to take these, try and lay them out where I can kind of see everything. It doesn't necessarily mean that's where they'll go, but they'll fit nicely right there. Near Look Factory. So now what I gotta do is I gotta figure out center with my tape measure, and then center of that, so I can have these pretty close to the outside, but they'll be just a little in, so they'll fit nicely with the ring on this factory silver here. So I just want to cut out through it like this. And like I said, you got to be real careful with these and the plastic, because these will cut big, and then if you cut them up too big, the gauges will just fall on through. So this thing is 4 and 15/16. So 2 and a little, 2 and a half, and just a little extra should be right what we need to get that centered out there. Alright, so we got our Sharpie, and well, we'll hook that in there. It's actually right at 5 inches. So try and get a mark here, 2 and a half, just a little mark. We can get it off with a little alcohol later. Okay. Now then, half of 2 and a half is inch and, anybody want to guess? Inch and a quarter. Let's do it this way, it makes it a little easier. Got inch and a quarter. and then move this way. So, set this. I'll go to 1 inch here. Okay. So now we got our little mark set up. And take our gauges. I'm going to set them where I can kind of eyeball center the gauge, just to make sure I'm looking at everything right. They'll sit there where I want them, where they won't interfere and they won't be too close. And that looks pretty close. I think that'll work, because you got 2 1/16 gauge, and it's actually a little more than that with this head on it. So then all I gotta do, because that looks pretty good. There, now I need to measure down from here, which that's gonna be 2 1/2 inches, so another 1 1/4 inches. This ain't gonna be the easiest to get it marked up. Where it's at. And get our Sharpie. I'm gonna go 1 1/4 inches. I think I've done this one before. I built a few of these dashes. It all came out pretty good. We got our marks. Now I need my square. I don't have a little one anymore. Kind of a monster doing a little guy's job. It's the only square I have handy right now. So, let's back up the font just a little bit here. Let's get some marks on top here. So we'll go 1 1/4 inches here and get our lines set up. And then that should be, well, shit, I got fucked up. No, that's 1 1/4 inches from there. And this side looks like it's a little more. Yeah, so let's move this mark over just a touch. Yes, you will hear cats in the background. I have lots of cats. If you want a cat, just let me know. We can hook you up and get you a cat. So anyway, but now I'm going to take this, line my marks up, and I can tell right now my marks aren't right because that's not straight. That is not straight at all. So let's remeasure. Remember, measure 400 times, cut once. Yep, see, I was 1/8 of an inch off there. Yeah. On both sides. So, let's see if that looks any better. Yeah, I like that a lot better. That looks a lot better. Over here, make sure that line's pretty straight. I'm sure somebody will tell me, oh, there's a better way to do this, you can do it like that or whatever. I like doing it like this because I've always done it this way. And it's worked for me. Things have looked right. So, that's why I like to do it. You do need about 4 hands though. Looks like my mark's gonna be right here. I think that's gonna do it. Yeah. Be right in that rib. Now this is my personal truck, so this isn't like a full custom build, make it a show winner. This is just my vehicle, but I still want to make it look nice. And we'll take this and put this back. Alright, so now you can buy these inch and or 2 and 1/16 just for the gauges, but they're hard to find. You have to order them. You can't just go down to Home Depot. Now I say that and they probably have 10 of them sitting there, but I had to end up ordering this because I could not find it. I could not find the right size for the gauges. Now, what I like to do though, before I get that, I like to find me another drill bit. Now something I like to do is, instead of drilling a pilot bit with a drill, because it's not as easy to control, but I like to take a self-tapping screw in my impact here, and I can really get down and get that, because I don't have a punch, but get that, and I can control a lot better, and I can get it right where I want it, and that'll give me my pilot hole. Now if you're doing this in metal or something, it's better to get you a little 1/8 inch drill bit, but with this plastic, that works really well to get your center hole. Like I said, you gotta be real careful with these. And go slow. Okay. So I'm gonna grab me a piece of wood. Okay, so here's the finished product of what it's going to look like when it's sitting in the dash. Now we need to go out and run the wires for the wideband, get the exhaust bung put in, and then we can get this back in the truck, get it wired up, and we'll start tuning the carburetor. That'll probably be a tomorrow project, tuning the carburetor, because it's probably going to run pretty long. I might need to make this 2 videos. Hey guys, after doing some editing on the video, I realized it's got to be 2 parts. The next part, I'll have the installation of the O2 sensor and wiring inside the vehicle and the gauges done, and then a little bit of tuning on the carburetor. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be up probably tomorrow. I'll get this one uploaded tonight and have the other one up tomorrow. Y'all have a good evening, and I'll see y'all later.